day, brothers and sisters. Wisdom at Dawn, episode 393. Painting the Buddha with goodness in our hearts, a limited understanding. In the following verse, exercise impartial compassion with each other, connect with those with the same vows and path, do the 10 good deeds to adorn the world with blessings. Bodhisattvas cultivate themselves and benefit others. Master says, in learning the Buddha Dharma, we need to exercise compassion and an impartial view to all sentient beings. The Buddha's compassion did not only extend to sentient beings of that era. He had also hoped that sentient beings of the future would listen to the teachings. Perhaps in the past, we were all at Vulture's Peak and have made aspirations to always have impartial compassion lifetime after lifetime. So we connect with those with the same vows and path and link our hearts, since we come to this world based on the vows made in the past, and will carry out these vows unceasingly. Therefore, we must continuously find ways to help people to do the 10 good deeds and nurture bodhisattvas and form bodhisattva aspirations to cultivate ourselves and help others. As bodhisattvas, we cultivate ourselves as well as think about how we can benefit sentient beings in everything that we do, because sentient beings experience much suffering. Some people suffer from poverty and hardship, while others suffer from accidents and so forth. They all need bodhisattvas to appear and help them. There are also many who are not poor, but experience much mental suffering that comes from the 5 poisons, namely greed, anger, ignorance, arrogance, and doubt. Illnesses caused by the 5 poisons must be treated with Dharma medicine. Dharma medicine comes from bodhisattvas, who constantly seek the Buddha Dharma and constantly care for sentient beings. Since they seek the Dharma, they take it to their heart, and since they care for others, they are willing to give to others unconditionally and unselfishly. This is how bodhisattvas cultivate themselves and benefit others. As causes and conditions continue to converge, we continue to accompany and encourage each other, and because we share the same path and vows, we unite our hearts to guide sentient beings now and in the future to do the 10 good deeds and to help the Buddha Dharma flourish in the future. In a passage from the Lotus Sutra, the Buddha encouraged people to create stupas, temples, Buddha statues, and so on to remind people to cultivate goodness when they see these objects. But more importantly, Master says, the Vulture Peak is in our minds. We have an inner spiritual training ground and a Buddha nature within us. To transform sentient beings, we must start with realizations of unconditioned Dharma to create conditioned phenomena that can transform sentient beings. In the past passages, it was said, people used all types of materials like wax, lead, iron, wood, or clay to make and adorn Buddha statues. Some painted colored Buddha images adorned with the marks of hundreds of blessings. Whoever did this themselves or directed others to do it, they have all realized the path to Buddhahood. In ancient times, to show reverence, some people used their blood as ink to paint images of the Buddha. They did this to show their reverence. Through their external actions, they demonstrated the reverence in their hearts and their resolve to uphold the vows. Indeed, we must have utmost reverence. Yet over time, out of all those who have carved and sculpted Buddha statues or painted images of the Buddha, how many have truly manifested the essence of these images? We have to put our hearts into contemplating this. If these paintings come from the reverence in our hearts, then they are adorned with the marks of hundreds of blessings. It takes skills and meticulous craftsmanship to express what we have learned. If the paintings are dignified, people will feel a sense of reverence and will naturally pay respect and bow to the Buddha. When Master lived in a small wooden hut, she only had a painting of the three saints of Western Pure Land, which she prayed to very reverently, because seeing the painting inspired her reverence. But actually, Master says, reverence is not attached to appearances. It comes from the state of our minds. Our minds can create hundreds of blessings to adorn the images of all Buddhas. But if people are constantly painting Buddhas, regardless of their goal for doing so, whether it is out of interest or commissioned by others, after painting them for a very long time, the Buddha images will enter their minds. This is also planting a good cause. So they plant good causes and affinities with the Buddha. Master says, as we learn the Buddha's way, we must truly believe in the laws of karma. We must respect ourselves. In the past, we must have lived at the same time as the Buddha and shared this karmic affinity with him. In our hearts, we must always have impartial compassion for all. Therefore, we must connect with those with the same vows and path and do the 10 good deeds to adorn the world with blessings. So not only should we do it for ourselves, we must also do it for all people. Bodhisattvas cultivate themselves while benefiting others. So it is not enough that we ourselves can paint. We must also teach others to paint. As we learn the Buddha's way, our understanding of the Dharma starts with the reverence in our hearts. So therefore, we must be mindful always.感恩 for listening in, brothers and sisters. May wisdom and inspiration be with all always.